In case anybody's waiting for me, just give me a second while I set up. Running a little bit behind schedule today, you guys. But catching up, catching up. Yes, we are live, 37 seconds. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Just have to find my video. I should be popping up on my feed any second now. Yes, I got this one. Awesome, I got that one. Put my volume down. There, you guys, just setting up, just setting up. We're going to be working on a jar today, and hopefully the goal is to create the appearance of a captured fairy. So let me just set up over here, and I shall be with you guys momentarily. And hopefully everything will be well, and we shall do this thing. Hopefully. Hello, darling. Thanks for joining today. Just gonna give this a few minutes and let everybody kind of start coming into the room. That way I don't have to explain everything a whole bunch of times. How are you doing? FVA Nails in the house. So while everybody is kind of fluttering in, hopefully. Usually it's a little bit more crowded than this, but I'll give them a few more minutes before I start doing what I am supposed to do. Then meanwhile, I go cutting out this image. So we're going to be kind of creating a captured fairy with a picture that I downloaded and printed on photo paper. So it's got that nice gloss. And I'm hoping to add some. Hello. Hi, Linda. Hi, Nail Art Queen. How are you, darling? Hello, Sandra. So let me just get this. Hopefully the adjustment's a little bit better. Can you guys hear me and see me okay? I'm gonna go turning on my little glue gun because we are going to be doing a lot of gluing today to alter this jar. And this is just a regular mason jar that you get from like your Dollar Trees and you know, places like that. Nothing fancy. Gonna leave that off for now. So my goal is to give the impression of trapped fairy. So I downloaded this really cute picture. Hopefully you guys can see that. There's not too much glare. Of like this little baby fairy. And what I would like to do is make it look like he's sleeping on a vine in here. And to do that, I have here some twined up paper. And I got two different sizes. Well, I got a couple different sizes and flexibilities. And we're just going to alter the heck out of this thing and see how it all comes out. Hi, Nick. How are you? So hopefully this will all turn out well. I also got this, it's called weathered wood. And what it does, what I would like to do, this is the goal. I've never done this before. As you guys know, I come here with no plan. I just kind of start gathering stuff up as things start kind of like popping into my head. So this is supposed to give the appearance of like weathered wood. What I would like to do is make this mason jar look like a tree trunk, or like a, you know, like the fairy is inside, sleeping inside of a tree. So I would like to make this look somehow like a tree, and then we could just see the fairy inside. And since I know that the outside is going to be like really dark, I am going to use the lid to attach this tea light to the lid so that I can turn it on and off from the top, and then somehow create the light that kind of shines on the fairy while she's sleeping. Awesome! So I have a few images, but the one that I kind of went for was this little baby one because he just looks so dang adorable. I just think it looks so cute, and I think it'll be easy for me to kind of cut around him. Now not that I've done this before, but I've done like the cutting out of the pictures. And usually when I want to make these kinds of scenes, what I'll do is I'll look for pictures that are porcelain. Like I'll look for porcelain statues and things like that because they look a little bit more realistic. Unless I'm kind of looking for the animated look, but when I'm trying to make it look like a real scene, I'll download images of porcelain statues, and I'll look through and just see which ones are the ones that look the realest, which ones are the ones that have the best color and the sharpest image. And I really like this one. It's nice and cute, and it fit perfectly on closer to the actual image itself. But I want to alleviate myself having, you know, extra stuff. So I hope this turns out well. Will not last too long. It's gonna be and I just thought it was cool. Anything with wings to me is like super adorable. How are you? We are making a captured fairy that hope, but as you guys know, you know, I don't plan, so I've never done this before. This whole altering of a jar with a little picture inside, so hopefully it'll come out well. The last thing that I altered that was a jar was like sometime like a year and a half ago, I think it was, where I did a Halloween altered bat jar, and I inserted a handmade bat that I put in there, and I made it so that it kind of glows in the dark and everything. Pretty cool, with little red beating eyes. So I'm just trying to be very careful in how I cut the wings and how I cut all the little details out. I'm doing good, Patricia, here. Trying to get a little image out. Sometimes it's not possible, but hopefully. This time I kind of, I did go ahead and print this out. I was like last minute. This is why I was late, because I'm like last minute printing images, and I'm like, oh my God, which one am I going to use? So I was kind of going a little crazy, and I saw the time just ticking. But hopefully it's not too bad. And I am going to edge up some of these edges around this picture just so that it looks kind of like more natural, if you will. He is just adorable. This newborn baby fairy. I think it looks so cute. And hopefully I do the picture justice with what I plan to do to the jar. Yes, I hope. The idea sounds awesome. I just hope I can execute, because you guys know how that goes. So I'm just trying to very carefully go around this man's or this woman's fingers, whoever's holding this little porcelain you know, miniature little thingamajig. And yes, I call everything that I don't know the name to a thingamajig, or whenever the name escapes me, it automatically becomes a thingamajig. So I am just over here biting my lip and trying not to cut the toes off. trying not to cut any of the important pieces off, and hopefully I do this well. Which is probably where I'm going to end up shading a lot of it, because just any little pieces that I did miss out, you guys can see. You know how the photo paper is. It's got that really white edge all around it. So I am going to darken that up. And hopefully, because it's photo paper, the alcohol marker won't seep through to the top layer. So it'll just darken up all the edges that I need. And it'll just leave me with a pristine little image. Hopefully. Yes, you should. And you have all that beautiful lace too. Girl, you will make a nice one with all those beautiful things you have. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to go too much for the lacy look, because like I said, I'm trying to make it look more like it's actually in a tree trunk, hopefully. Hopefully I'll be able to do that. I know that's kind of asking for a lot, but here she goes. And I'm going to say that it's a she because she's adorable. So I'm just going to use like a light, the lightest kind of brown color that I have, because I don't want to do it black. I want to use like the lightest little brown color that I have. And hopefully I can just kind of darken up some of those white edges ever so finely without affecting the image itself. And we're going to be using some of the fine glitter and just different little things here and there that I find to add in here that'll fit, because it's not the biggest mason jar. This might have worked out a lot better with maybe a bigger one, but I work with what I have. So how are you ladies doing today? I missed the little spot here by the hands. These are like the most delicate little things. So I'm just gonna, little baby fingers. Aren't babies just adorable? This will help me to kind of add some kind of shading under it as well, as kind of hide some of those little imperfections where the cut was not so smooth. It'll just look like natural shading all the way around, which is why I didn't want to use you know, you want to use the color that's the closest to whatever the image that you're cutting out with, especially with photo paper, so that it just looks like natural shadow, as opposed to you know, like if you do it black. I mean, black is okay, I guess, but it's not for everything, I would say. Just do little fingers. Just kind of looking around, making sure that I touched up all those little white areas, as many of them as possible. Hello, Tanya. Hola, Ruth, joining today, love. All my lovelies are here. So let's see. So I think that about does it. It kind of eliminates, like I said, most of that white edge. I mean, I know it's going to be hard for you guys to see it, but it just makes the image look a little bit more together when you kind of pass the marker around. It doesn't have those white edges kind of popping out of everywhere. And I think that the baby will fit kind of cute in there once it's in there. So hopefully this will work well, guys. Fingers crossed, because there's no take backsies over here. What message? Está bueno, Ruth, así es que está bueno cuando todo está bien. What message, Tanya? You emailed me? Or you left it on one of my videos? So I'm turning this thing on. And like I said, my idea is to more or less get some kind of a vine going. And I got everything plugged in. I because every week is like something. Even if it's not something big, it's always something. You know what? Before I start working on this vine, because I gotta let this dry, I'm gonna start adding some of this weathered wood on here. So I'm just gonna move my little image to the side. And I'm gonna start working on the jar itself as far as painting it and putting it to dry, so that by the time that I go start going into it with colors, and I'm just gonna go back and forth with the jar. I gotta pick a spot that I'm not going to paint on. So let me add some duct tape or some kind of tape to this, some kind of masking tape. Let me see what I have here. Something that will actually hold. You know what? I'll do some of this one here. Gonna add some masking tape just here along the front of where this of where I want my image to be. And then I'm gonna kind of go around it with a blade. Because I just want the slightest little area. I'm not looking for it to be like, you know, super big or super wide, the opening. I'm just looking for like a peekaboo spot. I want it to be nice and open and just have like a nice little peekaboo spot there. Así mismo, cogiendo el día suave, Ruth. No queda de otra. No hay de queso, nada más de papa. So I'm just gonna kind of I'm gonna try to anyways, because I do want to give it like an arched kind of look. So I'm just gonna go around this tape to kind of arch this out a little bit, but I wanted it to be just a little bit bigger than what that was. So hopefully I do this well. Alright, so this is gonna be the spot that I don't want any paint in. So I got that covered in. The rest I'm good to go. I can just go ahead and paint the rest of it and start adhering some of this cracked weathered wood that I'm gonna use. So just to let you guys know a little bit about this product, this is an Americana product by Deco Art, and it's called Weathered Wood, and it's a crackle medium, and it's supposed to give the appearance of wood. Now I know that they have many you know, crackle paste and stuff like that, but this is not a paste. This is actually a liquid. I have the crackle paste as well, and I might add that in other areas just to make it bulky. You know how tree bark is kind of bulky, so in order for me to add a little bit of that real dimension to it, I'm gonna add some of that. But the first thing I'm gonna go ahead and add is this weathered wood medium, and it says apply an even coat over dry acrylic paint, and then as a base coat, and then let it dry. So I guess I'm supposed to paint it first, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab some wood color paints. I'm gonna go for a lighter tone, I guess, and start building up darkness as I go. So I'm just gonna get a light one, and the first one that I grabbed is this Country Maple, which appears to be the lightest one in my inventory right now. And I'm gonna use this, and this is a Deco Art Crafters acrylic, and it's called Country Maple. So let me just get myself some little jars that I can use to paint in. Let's see. Oh, well, that's good, Tanya. I'm so happy to hear that she's doing better. She needs all her strength right now. And you do too, mama. Let's keep her going. So I'm just going to grab one of the biggest brushes that I have. This is a 24 filbert. And I'm just going to kind of go into it, and I'm going to paint all over it. And I'm most likely going to end up having to do several coats of paint. And I know that this jar is not completely flat. It does have some engravings. It's got some detail to it. But I'm okay with that, because I could just add different stuff here and there wherever I need it. I'm going to need more paint. So I guess I'm going to paint this layer, let it dry, because this dries really, really quick, while I start working on my vines and stuff and how I want to make that work. And hopefully by the time I'm done with this live, I'll have a beautiful little fairy jar. I'll have a captured little baby fairy on here. And I'm trying not to get too much paint along the edges of where you know, it actually closes. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not painting the screw-on part. I'm gonna leave that be. And I'm also gonna paint the bottom. And the painting doesn't have to be perfect, you guys. It just has to cover most of the surface. So that pretty much does it for me for right now. I'm just going to stand this over here. Hopefully. There we go. Picture perfect. I'm going to put my little brush over here on the side, because we are going to be going back and forth with that, like I mentioned. And for right now, I pulled this little vine thingamajig, because I'm probably gonna lay some of this out in the inside and the bottom, so that it creates some kind of a fluffy area or something. I have no idea. Hi Linda, how this is gonna go. Hi Debbie, how are you? Oh my God, for real, Tanya? Muchas gracias, chula. You are awesome, doll. Thank you, thank you. It's still a surprise. I don't know what it is, so don't worry. I'm always shocked what I have. So I got this little, I'm going to remove some of this twine here for right now. I saw this little tube, and I thought this would be like the perfect base to start building off some of these little tree things that I'm trying to do. And hopefully, like I said, I execute this well. I have no idea, you guys. This can go either way. Pick, you know, awesome sauce or like complete failure. So hopefully, it will not be too bad. My idea is to kind of wrap this around here. And then I'm obviously going to have to paint it some. And then I have other twine there that I'm going to kind of try to make something or the other out of it. So I figured I'd do this way. That way this gives me like a base that I can kind of stick in there. Hopefully it'll stick well, because it is glass. And I know that hot glue for the most part does not like to stick to glass. But if I make it nice and compact enough, I mean, hopefully it won't move around too much. And since she's only a picture, she's not actual porcelain, I'm hoping that she'll be a-okay in there. Well, we'll see, because I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do a giveaway today or not with what I make. Because it all depends on what it looks like. So, you know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to say that I'm not going to give it away today, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to keep that option. That option's in the back of my mind. So maybe we might have a lucky winner today. I haven't done one in a little while. And I started the live stream on Wednesdays too, and between all of that and all of this, I'm trying to figure it all out. And I just got a challenge going now. I'm doing an icy challenge for my Rolodex. So if you guys haven't checked that out, please go ahead and do so. So I'm just gonna try to wrap this up. And I use this one because it's already got like that natural texture from it being wrapped up already. So I'm not really caring if glue is showing because I'm painting over all of this stuff anyway. And I'm getting my finger all up in it, but it's okay. Mio. Well, let's see, because I have like 4 jars. So if this comes out well, who knows, Tanya, I might just surprise you. Once I know how to, you know, once I do something, it's like programmed in there. So hopefully, I do this well. Now this is going to be tricky here because I do want, and let me cut this off because I'm not going to be able to go that far in because the jar is only but so long. So I'm going to cut this here and probably tuck it in. I just want to be able to create like this little tree trunk effect, like I cut a little branch off of something or the other. So I'm just gonna kind of do this and kind of leave that little peak there so that I can kind of use that peak to feed others, other little vines, hopefully. Yes, Tanya is a sweetheart, and the more I get to know her, the more I'm in love with this chick. She's just awesome sauce. I love 99% of my subbies. I'm sure you guys do too. It's kind of hard to love them all because, but so far you guys are awesome and you're always with me, and I appreciate you. So let's see. I have no idea how I'm gonna do this, so I'm trying the best way. I'm thinking if I glue them together. So let's see. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm brutally honest. You could either love me for my honesty or hate me for it, but you're always going to get honesty out of me. I'm nothing but show love, but at the end of the day, reality is reality. And you can't cover the sun with one finger, unfortunately. You can, but you move to the side for 2 seconds and it's exposed all over again. So we live and we learn, you guys. We live and we learn. Oh, you did? Awesome. I sent out mine too, Debbie. So mine is on its way. I think it said it's going to be there by Tuesday. Fingers crossed it'll probably be there by Monday, but just in case. They said Tuesday. I sent out yours, and I also sent out Messy Mom, Sue. Messy Mom's Life, Sue. I sent hers out as well today. I was super late, but thankfully she's a sweetheart and she was like, it's okay. I know you're good. So I got mine's out. I had done half of it, but I hadn't finished it. But I bared down and I was like, you know what? I'm in this mode. Let me just get this all done. So I'm trying to make little vines, which I know that's like, what the heck are you doing, Carmen, right now? But I'm trying to make these little vines that don't look much like vines right now. Hopefully once I start adding some leaves to them, it'll resemble more. But for right now, I'm just kind of folding these down and going in crazy directions. So I'm just trying to do this. And I could probably do this with my regular glue, which might even actually work better than this. But we're going to do it this way for now. Maybe the next one that I try, I'll do it with the glue and see if that works out better. It most likely will. And again, I don't care so much about glue and all of this stuff showing because I'm painting over these things. So I am okay with the glue showing and little bumps here and there because that'll just give my tree some texture as I paint over them. We appreciate you too. Thank you, Patricia. Like, honestly, you know, I would probably be painting and doing all of this stuff on my own. But I wouldn't be doing it on YouTube if it wasn't for you guys, if it wasn't for your support. I'll be doing this in the, you know, in the privacy of my own home. But I really do enjoy crafting for you guys. And you know, everything else that I see and everything else that I know, I bring to the table so that hopefully it'll help somebody else that is trying to figure it out, just like I was once upon a time. IC card challenge is just a decorated index card, a 3 by 5 inches. You know, the normal size that you buy at the store that brings like 100 of them for like $1. I just need a decorated one that's decorated in the front, nothing too heavy because I'm gonna have to punch holes in the bottom, and just put some information on the back. I left the stuff that I need you to write down on the back of the card. I left it on the challenge. It's in the description area, and that's it. I don't need nothing more. That's simple. I just want to have people's addresses because, you know, I'm making stuff and I'm getting stuff, and between the stuff that I'm buying, the stuff that people are gifting me, and just everything else that, you know, I'm getting here, and just my channel growing and just all the love and all the support, I want to like surprise people. So like if I know your birthday's coming, or if I know a special event is coming in your life, you know, that I'm aware of it, then I would like to do something special, you know, for people every now and then, whenever possible. I have my 2 oldest kids going to college now, so it's like I just have the one little one, which she's not little, she's about to be 16. So, you know, I need you guys now. I need you now more than ever. And it'll just, you know, it'll give me something to do to keep my mind up for stuff as we move forward. Hey Brandy, hola Erica. How y'all doing, my lovelies? Brandy, we're making a trapped fairy, a captured fairy in a jar. So right now I'm trying to build what is gonna turn into some kind of twigs. Now I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm only gonna probably make like one more. And see how I'm ready. I gotta figure out, this is gonna go somewhere in there, and I think it's actually a pretty decent size, so it's actually a good size for what I'm trying to do. So I'm gonna build, just gonna add those 4 now and see how it looks. And I'm gonna add like around it, you know how like trees have those vines that just kind of go all over the place. I'm gonna try to do that. So I'm actually going to I kind of split it up a little bit at the end, just so that I can create a little bit of more of what a vine looks like. Not a vine, a branch looks like. So here goes. No, I took I'm doing a captured fairy jar. That's what I call it, a captured fairy jar, and it's gonna have a little tea light on the lid. And I don't know how to explain it all the way through, but I got a picture, which is this right here. Picture is on photo paper So I cut this little baby fairy out, and we're somehow gonna put him in there sitting on one of these little vines, and I'm gonna put him in there, and I'm gonna make this jar hopefully look like a tree trunk. And this is gonna be like the opening to the tree trunk where you could see the little fairy sleeping inside of a tree. Hopefully, if it comes out well. Hopefully, Brandy, cross your fingers, girl. Cross your fingers for me. I need you. I need your positive vibes right now. So right now, I'm just kind of sticking these things haphazardly, if you will, with no real rhyme or reason or orientation, because I have no idea where the little baby fairy is going to go at the end of the day. I just hope that these things stick and it stays stuck and they don't come off once I put the thing in the jar. Like already I can tell that this is going to probably be too big for what I needed, but I'll open up some of these vines and I'll cut some of these vines out if I need to. I just need to get the placing for it more so than anything. And just be able to kind of, you know, get these on there somehow, some way. Hopefully. Hello, Janet. Thanks for joining. So hopefully this will work well, you guys. Fingers crossed. I'm not so 100% on this one. I'm not sold. But I'll try anything once, so we'll figure it out together. We'll figure it out together. When I said I didn't mind the glue, I didn't mean that I wanted it everywhere. Hello. And Sherry's here. Hello, Sherry. So let's see. So far, you know, it's something. We'll see if it turns into something better as we go along. But it's something for now. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. So I don't want to overwhelm it too much with too many vines and just too much stuff and clutter, and because I do have to stick this in the jar, and I know that in sticking it in the jar is where I'm going to have the biggest hurdles. So I could have done it from the jar and then done it all, but then I have to paint it, so we'll see what happens. So for right now, off the gate, I know that some of these are way too long, so I'm just going to start trimming. I'm going to start trimming, and if I got to stick little pieces in other places, then I'll do that. But I'm just going to start trimming here and there, just to allow myself a little bit of room here. Right? Starting to look more like a vine now that I did a little bit of that. Looks a little bit better. And will I be able to put it in? Yeah, it'll go in. It'll go in, you guys. So we're almost there. We're almost there. I might as well stick all these little pieces that I got off of here and just put them in little places here and there. Waste not, want not. Oh boy, here comes the Terminator. What are you doing in the room? Didn't I block you? You're a real pain. Let me tell you, you're a real pain. I don't need stalkers. I'm not famous. So get out, get out. I have no idea what you're doing here. You need to give that girl back her account. That crazy. I don't know how he popped in. $300 seconds. I want to time him out permanently. I want to block him. I gotta remove him. Hey, Tammy. How you doing, love? This person here, I'm not going to say the name because it's not about promo, but he's been harassing my account, and I blocked him. I don't even know how he got in here. And he stole somebody's account to get in here. You think we don't know? We know about you. We know what you did. It's not right, hacking people's accounts. Yes, that's what happened to her. That person writing crazy stuff to all of her subscribers, and she's been MIA. So for, I don't even know if it's her doing it. I don't know what the heck is going on. So I'm not going to go ahead and accuse her. I'm not going to go that far, but it's definitely her account. Yup. So I had a conversation with another subscriber of mine who pretty much put me on and told me who that was, because after I made that video, it was about that person, you know. So I made that video to like put him on blast because I didn't know who it was. And then she told me like, listen, it's this and this and that, and they're coming from this account. And I was like, what? And I was finding it weird, but the girl's been missing for a while, so I don't know. But as far as I know about, good, bad, or indifferent, as long as she's okay. That's my only concern. Alright, so I'm going to put some of these vines to the side, and I'm going to start painting this because I need this to dry too. And this is my little tree trunk. And the fairy is going to go somewhere along the lines of being stuck somehow like this on this. And then she's going to go in there. Or she's going to probably be stuck somewhere here. So I want to make it look like she's sleeping on a little vine. You too, Tammy, I know. Timing. So I'm going to paint this now. That I used on that, and then again I'll start building as I go. Weathered wood, the actual paint itself, I'm gonna mix it just to see what happens, and see what kind of texture it comes out. That's awesome. Thank you, thank you. So for right now, I mixed up all of this. I mixed up all of that weathered wood medium. I mixed that right along with the paint. I don't know if it's gonna crack, you know, if it's gonna create the crackle effect because I'm mixing it. This is completely new to me, but this is how I figure out what things do, is by playing with them. Should never be scared to mix stuff unless, you know, they're chemically reactive to each other. But hopefully this comes out well, and I am attempting to kind of paint this, and I'm gonna go a little bit darker. And I'm gonna go with this dark chocolate. Who loves chocolate in the room? I love chocolate. I love Hershey almond. I love anything like that. It's my favorite. I know right now this tree trunk look kind of weird because I'm looking at it up close and it looks like something that it shouldn't look like, but hopefully it'll come. Let me just get some paper here. No, it's a anytime snack, girl. What? I could be as mad as I could be, and I'm never too mad for chocolate. I love it. I just have to, you know, tell myself don't go overboard. Because it's just one of those things that, you know, you can have a lot of and not even think twice. Let's see how this goes. And you know what I'm going to do to this? Because I'm okay with how it's looking, but I'm not at 100. I'm going to mix some Crackle Paste. I'm going to mix some Crackle Paste. I guess it's very similar to this product here, the weathered wood. But this is a gel. This is an actual paste. So I'm going to add some of this. I'm going to mix in it with some of that brown, and then I'm just going to shellac it all over the place. Too much sometimes, girl. Janet, too much sometimes. I'm like the biggest kid in my 9% of the day. Which is bad because sometimes my kids want me to be serious and it's hard for me to be serious sometimes. I'm mad. So let's see. So I got my little honeycomb thingamajig there. Gonna get me a little baby wipe because I know this is gonna get messy. Some of this Crackle Paste, and cross your fingers, you guys. I've never mixed the Crackle Paste with the paint, but it should work. It should work. So let's see what happens. And then I'm just gonna, you know, kind of smear it all over the place. Gonna close this up, and then I gotta let this one dry too. So hopefully, and when you don't have, think about getting water. Always put your wet brushes in a bag, and that will allow them to stay moist while you're doing whatever it is that you're doing. And since most of the painting that I'm going to do on here is going to be with brown, I really don't find the need to wash it right now. So I'm just going to mix this paste together. And it's a little light, so I'm going to add some more darker colors. This was chocolate. Let's see how dark we can go. This is burnt umber, so let's try some burnt umber. If you turn it upside down, it will look as the bottom of the tree. Huh? Yeah, but I won't be. If I turn it upside down, it'll make. It's not really gonna adhere to the bottom like I would like for it to. So I can't do it that way. But that is an awesome idea. I might do that for the next bottom flat and just make it look like things are coming off at the bottom. Inspirations, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add a little bit of this Glamour Dust, and this is black ice, and it's got some shimmer in it. So I'm going to add a little bit of that just to give it a little bit of shimmer, and hopefully it shows through. I don't know if it will, I don't know if it won't. But because you never know, and let's just keep mixing this around. And chances are, knowing me, I put way too much. But we're just going to slap it on there. Let me see what other, I need a darker color, so maybe some green. Green might not be the perfect color for this, but we're gonna try it. Some green. What dark green do I have? I have Hauser dark green. Let's try that. Okay. How are you guys? Are you able to see me? This is Hauser dark green. And I'm just going to add a little bit of that. What else I can add? I'm just adding colors like crazy because that's just how I figure stuff out. Maybe I could spray a little bit of this media black in there. Spray a little bit of that. And I got a little bit of the branch in there. Okay, so we're starting to get a little bit, got a little darker on me, so what is this again? The burnt umber? Let me go in there with the chocolate. Some chocolate latte. Get a little bit of that going. Woohoo! She's back in, ladies and gentlemen. So, This doesn't look so much like a brown anymore. It looks like a gray. Yes, I considered mud, but oh well. Mud's from the earth. It'll work. I'm just gonna shellac it on here, and then I'm trying to smooth out some of these little ridges that this got, and hopefully it'll stick. Don't laugh at me. This is a little stick in there. It's like a burnt marshmallow, right, you guys? Let's see. I just love playing with stuff. So I do this more than anything just for the heck of playing with the stuff. It's just so much fun to play with. So let's see, you guys. Let me get my brush back out. And I'm going to try to brush this in. And it looks really crazy right now, but I know that sometimes when stuff looks really crazy, it's usually when it comes out the best. At least that's been what's happened with me in the past. I get ready to give up on something and I just keep going, and voila, magic. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, you guys. We'll see what happens. Ooh, I know what. Somebody gave me, who was it? Enchanted Scrapper. That's who. She gave me some brown glitter. Some brown glitter, you guys. Should we bedazzle the heck out of this thing? I think so. I think we can bedazzle it. And don't mind the sounds of falling things, but I have little cubby holes under my desk and I overstuff them sometimes. And then things fly out. So, she gave me these Martha Stewart glitters. And I think it will look really cool, and especially since I'm going to be shining a light into the jar. Okay. Scissors, Carmen, scissors. There we go. Wasn't that easy? So this is a brown. It's called Brownstone. And I'm going to use this. I'm going to sprinkle some of this on this tree. And hopefully, as it dries, between it and everything else, it'll look like something. So right now I'm just gonna kind of go crazy and just sprinkle some of this stuff everywhere. If you guys jumped into my mind right now and just read the thoughts that I'm thinking to myself as I'm spinning this thing around, you will probably die laughing right now. This is just crazy as all heck. I can't take it. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is too funny. So, let's see. What do I have here that'll help me hold this thing up? Ha! Voila! So we got that. So, my little stick over there is drying. And we're gonna leave this like this. I'm laughing. Joke. And most of you probably thinking the same thing as you're looking at this stick, but I'm not gonna say it because children might be watching. So I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone for right now. So, what do I need? Okay, so now to go back into this, I'm gonna add some more of this dark chocolate paint, and I'm gonna kind of start going over this again with a dark. The first layer that I added was a little bit lighter, so now I'm gonna go into this with a darker value, and some of that Crackle Paste is mixed in with this paint still. So we'll see what happens. I have no idea what this is gonna do. And I'm still gonna go over it again with the actual medium itself for the crackled wood, and just hope that it comes out the way I want it to. I hope that my vision gets executed. Thank you guys. Thank you. So we'll see. Right now, it's covered up a lot better now than it was before. So I'm happy now. It's all brown. Just making sure that everything is everything. And we'll see what happens as this kind of dries out. So right now we're kind of like on waiting mode for things to dry. So let's see, I'm trying to think of what else I can do. Okay, let me put this volume down. Sorry about my phone, you guys. I'm trying to put this volume down, but for some reason, my phone has a mind of its own. Hey, Sue! I put your entry in the mail today, girl. I'm so sorry. I'm so late. But it's in the mail. You should have it, I think, Monday or Tuesday. Yes! That's the plan, Brandy. The plan is to put the stick in the jar and to put I know what I could do. I got stuff I gotta work on. I gotta work on that tea light. My idea is to kind of pass this through the inside of adornment and make it so that the light sticks through here. So this can get screwed on, get screwed off, but you turn it on and off, you know, through the outside. That way I don't add any necessary bulk on the inside by adding this whole thing in the inside. I'm just going to keep it on the outside. But what I do need to do is make a hole on this lid so that I can put it through. Painting is just like doing your nails. Every time you go over a layer, you touch something. Tammy's back in. Hello, Artsy. So for right now, that's what I'm going to do, you guys. I'm going to work on this lid and fixing this tea light to the top of this lid. And I have boxes of tea lights. Well, I don't have that many. No, 2 years ago, maybe even 3 years ago, I bought a whole lot off of eBay of tea lights. And I use these on as many projects as I can. And I just love using tea lights in boxes and things like that. I think it's so cool. I'm just looking for my screwdriver, you guys. Looking for my screwdriver. So I got some tools here, and let's just hope it works. Woohoo! Success on the first try. Now I gotta make this hole wider. So we're halfway there. I gotta make it wider. How can I make it wider? Don't play with knives, you guys. They're dangerous. If you're trying to recreate this and you're under the age of 18, you will need adult supervision. Why does my phone keep taunting me? Taunting me. Taunting me. Alright, so so I just kind of did 4 little slits on the oh, everything is going off now. My thing is I need to be able to kind of get that going through there, but I need this to be safe, so I'm gonna mash these up a little bit, flatten them out. Okay, that feels a lot better. I will actually put a ring of hot glue around it just to be safe and to make sure that there's no edges here. But that'll work, because this is going to be stuck on there, you guys. This I'm going to hot glue to the base. So it's going to be open like that. And I am going to decorate a little bit of the top, but just not too much. I am going to cover up most of these ugly little, you know, folds and stuff. Yes, I'm going to put lots and lots of leaves. I have some that I should actually go plucking. Let me turn my hot thing on. I have these that I'm going to pluck, which are pretty wide. So I thought that these would be cool to kind of use because they're kind of wide. Let me get these tools out of here because I don't need those no more, at least not for right now. And then I got these. I want to make sure that this is as flat as I can possibly get it. Alrighty, that's as flat as I can get it. And granted, my hole's a little discombobulated, but who's gonna see it? Nobody better disturb my fairy. Yes, it is. And you can get, I mean, they have the ones that flicker. You can pretty much use any kind of tea light that you want. These are just the ones that I have. And yeah, for being that old, since I don't think the white will look just a lot, it will look a lot better. And it will make all the images kind of pop more than the red. The red is a little bit too, it's too red for my taste. So I'm just plucking everything out of everything over here. Because I'm trying to figure out all the little flowers. Does anybody know what kind of flower this is supposed to be? Because I have no idea. Does anybody know? Does anybody recognize? I have no clue. Let me tell you something. You know how many times I've cut myself, Sue? It's been more than enough. I lost complete fear of that whole thing. Hola Barbie, ¿cómo estás? So let's see. I'm gonna put my brush back into my plastic bag so that it stays nice and moist. And this is just some of the stuff that I'm gonna kind of put in the bottom, you know, on the inside of the jar in the bottom, to kind of make this bedding, and then the bottom of the stick is gonna kind of, you know, be up like that around it, hopefully. I say hopefully because you never know. I'm gonna turn my well, it's on already. Let me get me another glue stick because God knows we're going to need it. We're going to need it. And it's wet. And I keep, my mind was just like, touch it again. It's like the big red button. Bueno, Barbie, el trabajo es mejor que no tener trabajo, mujer. So, hay que aguantarse un poco para poder disfrutar un poco después. Hydrangea. Okay, so I got a whole bunch of hydrangea. Thank you, Sherry. I'm not good with these names, I tell you. To me, every flower in Spanish is a mata. So, I'll be like, I call them by color. The red one, the blue one, the yellow. I need that green plant over there. I need that white plant over there. I call them by color. I have no idea about names. And anything with a leaf, to me, with no buds, is a leafy plant. So, this leafy plant, that leafy plant, I try not to overthink it too much. Yes, some of these are going to go on the tree. And I have to cradle this baby somehow. So this baby is gonna kind of go cradled on one of these I gotta make him look like he's kind of sleeping on one of these leaves. Like, that's the goal. That's the goal, you guys. Let's see if I achieve it, because you know how that goes. I'm just trying to think. Let me see how my doodle brown stick is doing. I had to. Yes. I think that's what it is. Sherry, I don't even know, girl. Don't bet on me, because I have no idea. Alright, so let me see. So the process begins. And we're gonna start. I know that my thing is not 100% dry, but hopefully it'll dry up from here to the time that I'm done. Just trying to see which is the way to do this way. Start adding some of these leaves on here. I just have to keep in mind that this gotta go in the jar, so I need these leaves to fit in there properly, or this is like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do, hopefully not. The app that you need, you see the watermark on my video, Tammy? It says CameraFi. That's what you need to search on the App Store app. If you have an Android phone. If you have an Apple phone, then I don't know. So I really have no, this is just the one that I found that was easy for me to use, so I just stuck with it. And it's been working so far. I use a Galaxy 2, but mine's is an older Galaxy. I have the Galaxy 2. That's what I record on. It's a Galaxy S2. Can you guys see what I'm doing with the stick well? I'm not too worried about the back because the back is going to be facing the back of the jar. So I'm not worried about that right now. My whole thing is to actually get this kind of covered in there. These might be too big. Should I add some of these, you guys, to the tree itself? So it's like she's on a hydrangea tree. I don't even think that's a thing, but I can add some of these little purple thingamajigs in here. No, because it just looks like a brown stick covered in purple stuff. Let's see. I have to add some stuff on here. Let's see where I'm at. I got these vines here. Oh, well, not the, I call everything a vine now. Hola Isabel, you made it. I have this this is like a thinner twine. It's a lighter color, so I'm gonna try to make this kind of like I don't know, I'm gonna make it something so that I can hang this baby off of it. So we're gonna use this to kind of hang this baby on it. And I'm actually gonna try to color it in gold to make it pop out a little bit. So I'm gonna use some of these metallic luster gold rush. This is the little wax butters from Deco Art, and I'm gonna just cut up a nice amount of this, and I'm gonna rub it down and see what's going on. Yes, Brandy, I know. And this is why I always say, those that can't buy, make it from paper. That's like my motto right there. I live by that. So I was looking at some of the prices for some of those figurines, and like, oh my, 100, 500 and up. I was like, oh hells no. My goal, because I like to play with cold porcelain, is to make some. But you need a lot of time to do that. Those things take time. So far, what I've gotten to do when it comes to playing with molds with porcelain is to make a face. That's as far as I can get. I can't do the hands, I can't do the body to save my life. So this is a dry wax, and I'm just running it down the cord to give it like a little bit of a golden color, so that I can kind of wrap this around this tree somehow. At least that's the goal. Yes, butter. So I'm just kind of running my fingers down it and just twisting it around and just running my fingers down it. And I just hope it comes out cute. Because right now my little tree needs a lot of help. Carmen, how will you fit all of those in the house? How will you see it through the brown jar? I left our Aristi, right? Aristi, I left what I did is at the beginning of the video, I covered this whole area here in the front is covered with tape. Once I've done all my layering and everything, I'm gonna rip this tape up, and I'm gonna have this opening here, and with the jar that I'm gonna be adding the tea light to on the top, it's gonna pretty much brighten up the whole scene on the inside. The jar is almost dry. Yes, that's gonna be coming up soon. I think probably we might Saturday. You want to know how to make it and all of that stuff. I'm gonna be doing the same cold porcelain. You can make your molds. And then just let your molds dry, and then you have something you can use over and over and over again. I had done it before, but I threw all of that stuff out as I started switching gears. But now that I'm getting back into the whole mixed media and just finding other ways of embellishing things and all of that stuff, I want to start getting back into making my own embellishments. And so I'm going to leave Saturdays, which is what I'm doing today, like with the Let's Create Live. I'm going to leave that to do all of this kind of stuff, like altered stuff, do-it-yourself this, do-it-yourself that. And what I'm going to do is that on Wednesdays, I'm going to do like paper crafting. So we'll be making cards and flip books and albums. And I'll leave that to do like on Wednesdays. And then I'll leave all of this extra crazy stuff to do on Saturdays. Saturday, I'm gonna do it live with it done, so that you see how I make the cold porcelain, how I go about adjusting it, if it's too light or if it's too thick, so that you guys actually see that whole process. And that way, if you guys have questions as I do it, you can go ahead and ask me, and I'll let you guys know, live and everything. Cold porcelain, you ever see like figurines, the ones that you have like in the window displays and stuff like that? Well, cold porcelain is a do-it-yourself version of the same porcelain that they use. So guys, it dries just as hard and with the same texture and appearance as those figurines that you see and that you can buy. Really? Hola, ¿cómo estás? Tammy, what's your daughter's name? All right, so I got my little cartilage, and hopefully you guys can see. I will try to get something so that you guys can see how yellow that got compared to how it was naturally. This was the natural color, and this is the golden rope now. And I'm gonna clean my hands and move this to the side, and we are going to start. I'm gonna put some of that vine along the tree, and then I'm gonna try to attach this baby in there, and we're gonna start working on the rest of it. It is like a clay. It's like a clay, but you make it different because you don't make it with like the salt and none of that stuff that you use to make clay. So it doesn't have the same ingredients. To make cold porcelain, all you need is cornstarch, and you need school glue, and you can either use lemon or vinegar, but that's pretty much the gist of the recipe itself. And the rest is just, you know, mixing it all together and getting it to set, and then preserving it so that you have clay that lasts for a long time. I've had my clay last for months through, you know, preserving it well. Hola Shelby, ¿cómo estás? Mucho gusto en conocerte. So let's see how we do this, because again, I gotta figure this out. You guys. I got a little end here, and I'm gonna adhere this somewhere back here, because again, I'm gonna try to kind of wrap this around somehow. And I want it to be kind of messy and just all over the place. So I'm trying to see how I'm gonna do this, because my brown stick is still a little wet. Hola Carice. Mwah. A kiss to you guys in Brazil. Alright Debbie, thanks for checking in. Mucho bien. We try. We try to get it live over here. Try to have some fun with you guys. So my stuff is still kind of wet, but you know what? I'm going to go for it because that's just how I roll. I just likes to go for it. So I'm just going to add all of this different twining and just figure this stuff out, and baby in here somewhere. So let's see here. Somehow like that, right? Give or take. Something like that. I'm trying to see if I can maneuver this just a little bit better. Where's the bottom of this? Let's see here. And make that get stuck like right there. So let's see. I'm just trying to create some kind of a focal point on this little tree here. So once I put my little baby in there, let me get some stuff over here. I'm thinking maybe a little bit of this what is this called? A little bit of this thing here. Mesh something. Tool. That's what it is. A little bit of this tool. Wow, it's 2:30 over there. Oh my God. And 1:30 over there where you are, Lynn. God bless you guys for being up this late watching me create. Thank you so much. I'm gonna take this white tool and I'm gonna grab some of this butter stuff and a little bit of it just to kind of brighten it up in certain spots. And I'm pulling at it as I'm doing it just to give it some kind of, you know, stretch that out. You know how that tool gets when you start stretching it out? It starts kind of curling and bending in different areas. I kind of wanted to do that. I wanted to look all nuts and crazy. So I'm thinking that'll do be at. So let's see, you guys. I just love that little baby. You're from Greece. Hello in Greece. Hello, Keithan. Hopefully I said that properly. So right now what I'm going to do is, like I said, I wanted the baby to look like she was sleeping on a folded leaf. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue here in the bottom. And I'm going to leave this mostly open here on the side. And I'm just going to, right here where I made the little folded area of the tool, I'm just going to stick this leaf in there. It looks like there's a little baby blanket of tulle right where this leaf is, and that's where the baby is kind of sleeping. And I just hope that this looks well. So kind of like this, and I'm going to add a little bit more of glue over here on the sides to kind of wrap the leaf around. And mind you, I'm working with a wet surface because my stick is not really all that dry yet. I probably did too much to it, but it's okay. I just have fun playing with the stuff. So this is more or less what I'm thinking about in there. I know that this is going to be probably a little cramped, but between folding leaves in certain areas and just tucking them and moving them in certain places, it should be able to clear up most of it. Remember, this part is not going in there. It's just going to be this much, and then just the little leaves that are going to be around it. Printed it. I printed it on photo paper, and I made sure that I look for porcelain dolls. So whatever the subject is, I'll just look for porcelain dolls, be it a little girl, a little boy, you know, a fairy, a forest scene, a little critter. I always try to look for porcelain images of whatever, you know, the subject is, because they look more lifelike, and it looks more dimensional. So the picture, it looks like I'm actually having a little porcelain doll in there, and I just love that effect. And it's something that I've been doing for pretty much since I started printing and doing these kinds of projects, be it shadow boxes or whatever it is. I always look for porcelain images to cut out, and I always print it on picture paper. Where's my baby wipes? I'm just trying to find some baby wipes so that I can clean my hands, because they're a little stiff. And that's more or less how I go about creating these kinds of things. So now that we have this, let me just bring you guys up a little bit closer so that you can see a little bit better of what the whole little tree is. So we have the little bit of tulle here, and we have a little bit of that cartilage that I just pretty much covered with the gold butters, like Brandy likes to call them, but their real name is this right here, metallic lusters, and they have them in all different colors, and they're from Deco Art. And we added all the little leaves. I added some brown glitter from the Martha Stewart glitters, and I added all that brown glitter all over the tree just to give it that sparkle. And hopefully when the light hits it, all those different colors will start bouncing all over the place and really bring this to life. So we have the tulle, we have the cartilage. I wrapped the leaf somewhat around it just to make it look like it's got some leverage, almost like the tree is protecting the little fairy. And this is what this adorable little thing looks like. Isn't this just the cutest? I don't know if this focuses properly enough, but let me see. I got some white paper here, and I don't know if that focuses any better, but you guys get the idea. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay her right there, and I'm gonna just bring this little bit of tulle up just a smidge, so that she looks like she's literally laying on a bed of tulle with the leaves. Yes, definitely. You could use a baby angel. You can pretty much use any kind of little woodland creature, even a little baby rabbit, or I mean literally any kind of woodland creature. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add some of the hot glue on here. And I am going to adhere her in. And voila, she is a done. You guys, not my tree, but the baby. It looks so real. I just love it. It looks so dimensional. So much detail on this little image. Now we're going to continue to work on our jar. We're going to put this to the side while this continues to dry. But this part of it is done. I wanted to do something different today. And I looked at these jars because I bought them yesterday. And I'm like, what can I do? I was going to alter, I have these other plastic containers that I was going to alter with lace and make them shabby and stuff like that. But I'm like, you know what? I'll do that on a different day. I feel like doing something different, completely different, that I've never done. That's not a bad idea. I love the input. Maybe at least a little bit of the purple just to give it a little bit of color. That's not a bad idea. What's your name again? Keithan. That's not a bad idea. I love it when you guys give me feedback and when you give me suggestions. Because as much as you guys are growing and learning, I am doing the same thing at the same time, you guys. A little bit of the purple. something light. Roses. Maybe I could add some roses in here. Yellow. Okay. We have yellow. We have these white and blues. I have some off-whites. And I have these hot pinks. You guys just have to tell me which one you think is the best. Okay, Tammy, good luck, girl. So what do you guys think? We have some of the white and blue, burgundy, the pink, or maybe some of this yellow to bring out a little bit of the gold. White and blues. We are golds and goose. So let's see here. Tanya, these are big. These are not little. Compared to that, that's way big. But I'm gonna tuck it in a few little spaces. So I am gonna use some of the purple as well. I just wanted to add a little bit of just a little bit in different places. Thanks, Tammy. So I'm gonna tuck in just some of the purple, just in different little spots. What are you guys thinking so far? Bye. Loves you too. Got you. I just have to be very careful. Gracias, Barbie. Tú sabes, aquí en la lucha. tratando. What do you guys think? Is it done or do I need more? My little baby's sleeping. Shh, be quiet. This just looks amazing. And I never know how things are going to come out. Now, the big thing is going to be putting her in the jar. That's going to be the quest for the day. Actually put her in here. Let me go ahead and start slapping on some of this glaze. This is the weathered wood glazing medium, because I do want this to look crackled up, and I didn't see many cracks on here, so I'm gonna add. Let me put you over here. Put her out of the way. Get me in here. And this is that glazing medium. And I need more of that. And this is weathered wood. Because that's the look I want this jar to look like a tree trunk. I want it to look like you're looking inside of a little tree trunk and you're seeing this beautiful little baby fairy sleeping inside. Sound asleep. I probably should have just glued on some texture, but I wanted to try this product. Normally I would have just gotten some gauze and just glued on gauze and just painted over it and done it like how I make my 3D trees with the gauze, and that probably would have been a little bit easier. But I did want to try this product out because I hadn't tried it, and I wanted to see if it does what it says it's supposed to do, which is to create these little ridges. So what I'm gonna do, because I want to speed this up, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna dry this glass up, you guys. So just hang tight for me and talk amongst yourselves while I go and dry this up so that we can start picking up the paste. I still have to work on the lid, gluing that down and getting that together. So if you do not mind, I am gonna go and just kind of go dry this up. And I can't dry it in my room. For those of you that have been here before know this, but the ones that are new to my channel and are new watching me live, I can't dry the product in my room. I have to step out of the room to dry it, otherwise we'll be in the dark. So just give me a few minutes. It won't take long. It'll probably take just like about 2 or 3 minutes to dry. I'm gonna go blast this with my heat tool and I shall be back. So fingers crossed, everybody. And I'm just gonna go turn this on and do this. I shall be back. guys, I'm back. And as far as the weather, the crackle effect, I probably didn't do it properly because it doesn't look like it gave it that crackly effect. So it's not 100% dry either. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean up a little bit of this with a little wet wipe and try to proceed. Thank you. Oh, you guys are so awesome. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just kind of wipe off. So I got some excess on here. So this was probably not the way to go about doing this. But we live and I'll have to try them in a different process and just see. Because it didn't really give me what I wanted it to give me. Maybe it will appear that way. Maybe tomorrow by the time it fully completely dries. So I'll just have to give it some time and see. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see pictures of this. Probably tomorrow. As I allow it to dry a little bit more. Which is good. In the inside of the jar. So I'm going to go off and see. Some of the things. Oh wow. So I did these edges and just make them pretty. I'm gonna clean this up just a smidge. But overall, it's okay. They did. No, I didn't buy the Spectrum Noir. I have to get them eventually, but for right now, until my cheap ones don't dry out, I'm not gonna replace them with more expensive ones. Yes, they're alcohol markers, the Spectrum Noirs. So let's see, you guys. Let's try to put this fairy in here and see how this is gonna work. This is the piece delivery stones. So we just have our little nub here. And I'm gonna hot glue the bottom of it. And fingers crossed, everybody. Oh, there's a lot of glare in there. And I almost didn't even... What I am going to do is I'm going to stuff probably some of these little ones in here. Just to cover up some of that glass jar in the bottom. Apart, and hopefully she'll show better once I add, hi Michelle, once I add the lighting a lot better through the glass. Shall see. Right now I'm just adding little petals in the bottom just to kind of cover up some of that bottom glass frame and just allow her to kind of peek out ever so slightly. I mean, seeing her in life, you'll probably be like, oh my God, this is crazy. But seeing her, you know, probably from the camera view, it's probably not the greatest because of how it looks. But it does look really pretty, if I do say so myself. Either way, it was lots of fun to make. It was lots of fun to make. Got this little baby all over the place. Carmen, after every one of your lives, I want to run and make it. That's what this is for, Brandy. I would love to see you guys like recreating anything that I make. That would be like so awesome. So right now I'm just adding some of these little things, and I'm probably gonna add one or two of the little roses in the bottom, just to kind of you know, have them in there. And these are all gonna be movable parts for now because I didn't glue them in. But to see, I pushed her back more. I still have some of this wet stuff here. My jar is not completely dry. Thing in place. The glare is not too bright. Actually see what it is that I'm doing. The glass does not help. Let me work on this lid and then I'll finish altering the outside of this jar. So I'll give this a little bit more time to kind of start drying off. How it looks. It looks really pretty. We need a Carmen made it, so did I challenge. Aw. That would be so cool. That would be so cool. You guys can start with this fairy jar. This. So let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I got some netting. I'm loving using this thing. Thank you, Michelle. Let's see. I have I'm thinking this would be good to add to the top, this flower. I'm going to open it in the center, take some of these things out, and I think that that would be cool to add to the top of the jar. What do you guys think? That big flower. And then I'm going to, obviously I'm going to put this in, so I'm going to cover up, you know, this flower with, the base of this with this flower. Woohoo, Ruth! Awesome! It takes me forever. So I'm thinking I can add some of this to just cover this pink up because I'm not really too into this whole pink. But I'll add some of this netting on here. Because I'm not going to paint the lid to only have it peel, you know, the paint's only going to peel right off. So I'm thinking I'll do that way. Let me go ahead and alter flower apart some. I say that all the time. I say that all the time. That's why I'm not one for really making challenges. Like I did this icy challenge only because I need you guys' address and I have emails, but it's crazy going through all those emails, especially when we start chatting with each other. Then I have to go like all the way to the beginning. So I figured this is just easy for me to have this, but I'm not really one to make challenges. I joined them. I joined, you know, them every now and then because I'm not even really one to join challenges like. How about carrying the theme by using the purple, white, blue flowers and decorating the top lid? I might do that. I might incorporate some of those with this flower. I just want to add this flower because it's big enough to cover the base of the, and I'm going to actually take this apart, so I'm not going to most likely use all of them. I just wanted to be able to cover up the base of the lid. You know, cover most of the area up. Uh-oh. You guys did that or see that, okay? Shh, don't tell nobody. I need to be able to pass this light through here. See? Like that. And then I'll use the flowers to cover up most of this. And then this will be like this. But I'll still be able to grab the jar, you know, the lid itself if I want to take it apart. Or if I want to take it out. Or if I want to add something. Let's say I find a little baby bluebird or something I want to add in there. Then I can still do that. I'll still have the freedom to do that. So I think that'll work. What I need to get, and I need to get this desperately, is that E6000 glue or some kind of glue that like to metal properly, because most of you guys know that this hot glue really don't do it like that. So here we go. We have the flower lid. Right? We have our flower lid. Now I'm gonna add some of this. This is a that I love this fabric and I wish I had more yards of it, but I only have this much and I'm still trying not to waste it. So I'm gonna start gluing on some of this. And I'm okay if the netting comes off a little bit in the bottom because that'll just create a little bit more, you know, of decoration, if you will. I need more glue. And it goes on metal roof, fabric tack. Like, my embellishment glue goes on everything. Like, I love that embellishment glue. It literally will bond to everything. But there's just sometimes that you want to make sure that it's really, really bonded well. And I'd be scared that it's going to fall off like 3 days later. Alright, so I got that in. Let me use... Alrighty, you guys. Time to bond this part. Which this should work well because it's to the fabric. I like how that looks. It has the whole fairy feeling to it. Let's see. Fabric tack is awesome. Sherry says, I like it too. Left-handed Brandy, I like candy. Hear me? You only buy one at 60% off at Michael's. Carmen. What is embellishment glue, Carmen? It's the Dollar Tree glue that I use. It's the Dollar Tree embellishment glue that I buy. The ones you guys always hear me rave about. This right here. This sticks to everything and it dries clear. It sticks fabric to fabric beautifully. It sticks flea because it's for embellishments. It's for adding all of those little metals and plastics to different materials. So it does a really, really good job. It's just a very small size. But I love it. So let's see. Now we have our jar. Now I'm trying to get fancy, you guys. I might just do that to the bottom of this. I might just do that to the bottom of this lid. How long have I been? 13, 6, that's 2 hours. I'm going to add a little bit of this, but I'm going to add just a slight edge because I really like how it looks. So I'm going to allow this fabric to kind of hang off in little edges here and there along the lid because I really do like it. I just think it looks so pretty. Thanks, Ruth. Yeah, all the little. I did this from scratch, so all the steps will pretty much be in there. So I want to create like a cascading effect. Hopefully I'm saying that properly, like a cascading kind of fabric effect. So it kind of loops around just a smidge here and there. I just have to make sure that, where's the beginning of this? So you see how I'm kind of leaving that to kind of hang off a little bit? So that as it drapes a little bit on the top of the lid of the jar. On the neck of the jar, I should say. So I'm just kind of cascading that ever so slightly. I'm not leaving too much fabric hanging there, but just a little bit. Just to give it that cascading look that I'm going for. And then I'm just gathering it up. And just kind of sticking. Whatever sticks is fine. Whatever doesn't, because again, it just adds to that embellishment aspect of it. And right back where we started, and here we go, and this is the finishing little piece here. Just ever so slightly. Now so now let's see what this looks like. Making sure it's not cut under the lid. There we go. So it's got like a little scarf. A little tree scarf. And with the lighting, and then I'll add some little flowers here and there to that, but so far that's where we are, you guys. It's cool because I could actually use the tea light thing to actually screw the thing on and off, so that works very well. Now to add some flowers to this, so and then I'm just gonna do some little cherry. You could do all different kinds of themes with this project. That you can. That you can. Yes, isn't it? That's not a bad idea, Keithan. That's not a bad idea at all. Reduce, reuse, recycle, you know? Just tell her that you're helping out society by putting the head. I'm going to take these apart. Maybe I shouldn't take them apart. Maybe I should just cut them. Alright, so I just hope I have enough left over because I did add quite a few of them inside of the jar. And just lightly pushing them into place. And we're building. Cut them in half. Well, if I think I have, let me, you know what, I'll be right back. Let me go check. I think I might have one more left of these. I found more. I'm picking my own garden. I'm picking them out of my own little garden that I have from the living room. Thank you, thank you. I'm so happy that you guys like it. These might not be exactly the same, but they'll do. They'll do. Every time I go to the thrifty store and they have, you know, these artificial flowers, I always buy them. And I have this huge bouquet in the living room with all these different flowers that usually I end up stealing from and, you know, using them for this. So we are chugging along, you guys. We are chugging along. Thank you, Barbie. Alright, so I got this on most of the bases. Now I'm going to add some of these in there wherever I can. Instead, because it's too wide or something, then I'll add other ones. Oh, you're very welcome, Keithan. That's what I do. I can see, and vice versa. And if we can't learn from each other, and if we can't take each other's comments and suggestions in, then that to me is kind of pointless, because that's what this is about. So that to me is what it's about. It's us growing together. Yes, 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 you do, Keithan. You make awesome suggestions. And I love it when you guys engage, because I know that you're paying attention to what I'm doing. And it's just not here. We'll all learn. At the same time, we'll all... I am loving how this is looking, you guys. And thank you, Michelle. Michelle, I haven't forgotten about you, just so you know. I found them. I just have to get it ready. I had some stuff that I had to ship out, but the tools that I promised you are next. So don't fret, my pet. I have you, and I also have Erica. I get on that. So I am thinking now, because I do have... I mean, I don't know if that really matters too much, you guys, but I do have some spaces that I'm not too happy with. So I'm trying to see. I don't really like how that looks. That looks hella crazy. That looks very, very crazy, Carmen. That looks very, very crazy. Let me take these apart. Maybe I can add these. Thanks, Debbie. You have to see, we got the baby in there. We got the baby in there already. The only thing left for me to do is decorate, you know, add some little vines and stuff to the outside of this, and this is pretty much done, you guys. I'm not gonna go too crazy with decorating the outside of the jar. I am gonna fix this here to make it look a little bit better, because I just don't like how this kind of... But overall, I think this came out awesome. I really, really like how this looks. Some bling. Let me see what I got. Let me see if I could oblige, because I don't know if I have purple bling. My purple collection just started. So I might not have purple, but maybe I have another color that will go just as well. I don't think I have purple. Oh, I do. I found purple. They're huge, but I found purple. I think that'll do it. I do have blues though. I have blues and I got the purple one, but I only have that one strip of the purple. And I have baby blue pearls, flat back pearls that I can use. You guys let me know. You can use the clear bling and color it with purple marker. But will it still shine, Keithan? Will it still look like bling if I color it up? Gonna maybe add a little bit of that here and there. So those are my options, you guys. What do you think? That would have been cool if I would have done that first key. So now, I don't know. I don't know. Because these are really big. Let me see. Let's try this and see how this looks. This should hopefully be enough. Even if I don't add them everywhere. This might not be long enough. Oh. And I think this is the bee's knees right here. Wouldn't that have just looked beautifully? A dreaded task. So let's see. Oh man. This is so hard right now, you guys. So hard. Maybe I'll just tuck in some of these in there and cover up those two little white spaces that I have left over. That might work. I might just do, I think that'll probably work a little bit better for me. Because I do like the purple. Purple is starting to grow on me, you guys. I was not a fan of purple, but I'm starting to like it. I have you guys to blame for that. Thanks, Sherry. So let's see. I took the wrong one apart. Let's do it on the other side. And I'm just gonna add some hot glue right here and add this little ruffle piece here to hopefully cover up the fact that I'm short on bling. All right, you guys, we did it. Round of applause, round of applause. So, let me see with the black. And I hope this is focusing well. My camera sometimes does not focus well because I'm using a phone, an old phone too. So, whoop, there it goes. So this is done. This part is done. It looks like an old maiden's hat. And I love it. I love it. So let's see. So yeah, now I'm just gonna decorate the front, you guys, and we got it. We did it. Yeah, but I welcome. Hi, Marty. Yes, I am. Momentarily, but I'm still here, doll. We created an altered jar, captured fairy. Captured fairy jar. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. Now, nail polish MPA, nail polish anonymous. When she sent me her entry for the last challenge that I had, she sent this to me, and I think that this will look really pretty on here. I really like the sparkly of it, and I think that this would really add that you know, that essence of an entrance there. So I'm gonna try to glue this on, and I have no idea how this is made. I think it's like a strung it looks like hot glue with a whole bunch of beads just stuck on it, which I find it amazing. Very pretty embellishment. If she handmade this herself, she did an awesome job. So I am just going to try, and I'm going to start at the top. I think that's the best way to go about this, right? Starting at the top. This is really gonna bring this whole thing to life. I am just loving this right now. You guys are awesome. Awesome sauce. And this is a little short, but I'm okay because I'm actually gonna add a little butterfly at the end of this. Girl, I don't know what you. I don't know. I'm just looking for a butterfly. Way too big. I have some let me see. Miss Ruth, Mommy, Crafty Mommy Nina made these beautiful embellishments, and I'm thinking maybe one of these hearts will look beautiful on here, but hopefully I can get it so that it'll stick. I'm thinking this one with the brown to go with the theme. What do you guys think? That's too white, right? Does that go together? Or should I get a butterfly? Yes. I think it needs more glitter. The outside of the jar needs more bling. You talking about the outside or the inside, Brandy? The outside definitely needs more. I'm gonna do some veins and stuff on here. I'm just trying to figure out what little embellishment I can add there, because I do have a little bit of space there. So I'm trying to find, I have some butterflies somewhere around here if I can find them. I'm just looking through my stash trying to find some butterflies that I can add that'll look cute on there. So I do have, I just have to find them. So here we go. I think that's cute and small enough that it'll work. Just hold that in so that I make sure that it adheres itself well. This is when that E6000 kind of comes into play. And I'm gonna add a few more here and there. Ooh. Maybe one up here somewhere. This is when that glue kicks into place. Not this. Lord, help me with these little stringies. Out here, you guys, it's starting to rain. Okay, so let me put some pep in this up and do the last bit of little things. I'm gonna add some of these little silver hearts here and there, I think. And overall, I consider this project to pretty much be done. I don't need this brush no more. I gotta wash it. I can put all of this extra stuff to the side now because I don't need it. And I am going to grab some gold paint. Some Splendid Gold, which is the Dazzling Metallics by Deco Art. And I'm going to do some Splendid Gold all around the little edges. I'm going to get myself a cute little brush that'll do the job for me. Nice and easy. And then we'll be done. Oh, you'll be on the floor, right? Let me just find use to kind of slide this all over the place. It's too thick. I have liner brushes. Thank you. I'm loving how this project came out. And this is my first time doing anything that's fairy related. So I am just like in love. So frito cuchifrito. No me quiero mojar ni un poquito. So I'm gonna put some of this I'm gonna do some lining, some line detail work on here. And then I also have some fine glitter dust that I'm gonna be applying in certain places to just whatchamacallit. What are you? There you are. You can't see? See the butterfly? Butterflies in the front. Ugh, put my finger in it. Why do I always do that? Oh no, it's thundering. Alright, you guys. Making sure my hands are clean. Oh, my flower got It's raining. Okay, so I could deal with this. I like it. I gotta be careful holding it because I don't want to. I get some of this bottom area here so it doesn't look so plain. I'm so sorry, you guys. It sounds like drums. I'm so after I go live, they probably, what the heck is going on with this girl? Turn that phone off. But I can't turn it off because if I turn it off, then I can't do live because it's got to connect to Wi-Fi. I have no choice but to leave it on. Alrighty, so I think that's that light. But I did some light gold to kind of go up. That I added in there. And I'm going to have to move a little bit of those leaves to the side, so I'm going to open it up later and get in there. But this is my completed and finished, and I put vines all the way towards the bottom. Captured fairy jar. And I hope you guys did. Just gonna tuck so you guys can, I mean, it's hard to see all that's in there, but my little flowers came out of place when I moved. And once you're good to go, then you can go ahead and adhere your leaves, you know, wherever you're going to adhere them. I'm going to do where I need them to stay so that they're not kind of dancing all over the place. And I'm going to push them down into the jar just so that they're kind of in there nicely. And we are done, you guys. And we have completed another mission here on Let's Create Live. But I just think it came out adorable. And I do hope that you guys go ahead and create your own captured fairy jar. I would love to see it. I'm trying to screw this on. There we go. So we're good to go, you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Can you turn off the light to see how it looks? I'm going to turn off the light real quick to see how it looks in the dark. Maybe that'll help. I'm going to shut off this light too. So, doesn't that look so dimensional? The little picture. So yeah, you guys. I won't keep you in the dark much longer. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for participating, for your suggestions, for your time. You guys know I'm here every weekend, every Saturday, 6 p.m. And now on Wednesdays at 6 p.m., where we'll be doing all kinds of different paper crafts. I have an IC challenge going on right now in case you want to check it out. Until the next one, you guys, thank you all. Bye for now. Till the next one.
Clapping. Mama's a real internet star. Like Kate Olsen.